are these winds of change or a diplomat, Shashi Tharoor, praising India's foreign policy and stance on Ukraine? Well, in February 2022, Shashi Tharoor was one of the few parliamentarians to criticize India's position on Russia-Ukraine war. He wanted India to condemn Russia's aggression, but India maintained a neutral stance with a message that this is not an era of war. 3 years later, Congress MP has no qualms in admitting that he is still wiping egg off his face. He has graciously accepted that Modi's policy has meant that India has a prime minister who can hug both the president of Ukraine and the president of Russia just 2 weeks apart and be accepted too in both these places. Not just that, he even said that India today is in a position where the country can make a difference to a lasting peace if it was so required, in ways that very few countries would be able to. Listen in.
Yes, I'm still wiping the egg off my face because I was one person in the parliamentary debate who actually criticized the Indian position at the time, back in February 22, on the well-worn grounds that Espen will understand, because he and I talked about all this in my UN days, that there was a violation of the UN Charter, that there had been a violation of the principle of the inviolability of borders, of the sovereignty of a member state, namely Ukraine, and we had always stood for the inadmissibility of the use of force to settle international disputes, and all of those principles, I said, had been violated by one party, and we should have condemned it. Well, a couple of years later, 3 years later, it does look like I'm the one with egg on my face, because clearly the policy has meant that India has actually a prime minister who can hug both the president of Ukraine and the president of Moscow 2 weeks apart and be accepted in both places. And therefore, India is in a position where it can make a difference to a lasting peace, if it was so required, in ways that very few countries would be able to.
Will Rahul Gandhi admit too? That is the big question. Well, BJP netas are happily welcoming this candid confession by Mr. Tharoor. Listen in to these reactions from various leaders of the BJP.
पूर्व में जो उन्होंने यूक्रेन के युद्ध के संबंध में जो बातें कही थी, वो उनको लगा कि वो ठीक नहीं था। भारत सरकार की नीति ठीक थी, उचित थी, देर आए दुरुस्त आए, अच्छी बात है। आज विदेश नीति में नरेंद्र मोदी की सरकार और उनके द्वारा स्वयं के लिए गए जो भी निर्णय होते हैं वो भारत के हित में होते हैं। जैसे शशि थरूर ने स्वीकारा है, वैसे ही कांग्रेस पार्टी के बाकी नेता स्वीकारेंगे तो अच्छी बात है।
Congress MP Dr. Shashi Tharoor has made a candid confession and an admission that he has egg on his face for the stand that was taken on the Russia-Ukraine war, that Modi ji's policy, the foreign policy of Bharat, was eventually correct, where India can now stand shoulder to shoulder both with United States and Russia, with Russia and Ukraine, hug Vladimir Putin and Zelensky, speak to both of them. Today, Shashi Tharoor ji has admitted this, perhaps at his own peril, because we don't know how Rahul Gandhi will feel about it. Congress should also admit that it was wrong. It should admit that it criticizes policies, especially policies of Rashtra-Niti. But unfortunately, the Congress will not show the same magnanimity as Dr. Tharoor has. In fact, they may even act on him. Who knows?
शशि थरूर जी के द्वारा जो कुछ कहा गया है वो प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में भारत की शानदार वैश्विक कूटनीति की सहज स्वाभाविक अभिव्यक्ति है। इसमें कोई संदेह नहीं है कि प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी विश्व के एकमात्र नेता थे जिन्होंने केवल 2 हफ्ते के अंतराल पर रूस के राष्ट्रपति पुतिन और यूक्रेन के राष्ट्रपति जेलेंस्की दोनों के साथ समान गर्मजोशी से मिलकर वार्तालाप किया और दोनों ने उन्हें समान महत्व दिया। ये मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में जो हमने कूटनीति में युगांतर स्थापित किया है उसका प्रतीक है।
So der aaye durust aaye, better late than never. That has been the view of the BJP. On the other hand, Congress netas are trying to distance themselves by saying that these are Mr. Shashi Tharoor's views, perhaps forgetting that Shashi Tharoor led the party's charge on this issue in the parliament. Listen in.
We need to understand that for India's interest, Congress always stands. Congress doesn't act for any purpose. Congress acts for India. our colleague Shashi Tharoor is a senior diplomat. Therefore, he has his views on the diplomatic and the foreign relations. India is always a country which should maintain its neutrality with the friendship with all other countries, and we all know that India's non-alignment policy for long has been strength for us.
जहाँ तक विदेश नीति का सवाल है और उसमें पक्ष और विपक्ष नहीं होता है, वो देश के हित को देखा जाता है। और शशि थरूर जी विदेश मंत्री रहे हैं, वो यूएन में काम किया है, कुछ चीज़ों को वो समझते हैं, वो अपने ढंग से अपनी बात कहते हैं, लेकिन उसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि पार्टी उनकी सब बातों से सहमत हो।
तो आपको लगता है मतलब ये उनका व्यक्तिगत बयान और
बिल्कुल ये उनकी व्यक्तिगत राय है।
So you heard, viewers, what the leaders of the Congress party have to say about the statement by Mr. Shashi Tharoor. And here's how leaders of the IMDIA bloc are reacting.
देखिए, शशि थरूर जी क्या कह रहे थे तो हमें तो नहीं मालूम है, बट हमारा ये कहना है कि दुनिया को हमको जंगों से बचाना है। दुनिया में जंगें हमें जो हो रही हैं वो हमें बंद करनी है। जंगें कोई इलाज नहीं है। जिस तरह से भारत को आज दूसरी ताकतें घेर रही हैं, बांग्लादेश में घेर रही हैं, आईएसआई बैठ गया, नेपाल चीन के हाथ में, हमारे रिश्ते किसी से भारत के अच्छे नहीं हैं। यूक्रेन तो ठीक कर ले रहे हैं प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी, मणिपुर के दिन ठीक हो जाएगा। और अगर मान लीजिए कि प्रधानमंत्री जी नहीं कर पा रहे हैं तो शशि थरूर जी को चाहिए कि अंतर्राष्ट्रीय एक डेलीगेशन लेकर प्रधानमंत्री की क़यादत में मणिपुर लेके चले जाएं।
And let's now listen in to what exactly Mr. Shashi Tharoor had said 3 years ago.
As I mentioned to the foreign minister, it was not just the abstention. Abstention, there are good reasons why we wanted to signal a certain position. But the fact that in the initial statements of the United Nations, we failed to mention any of the principles that we have stood for in the world for the last 75 years. We didn't mention the UN Charter. We didn't mention state sovereignty. We didn't mention the inviolability of borders. We didn't mention even the inadmissibility of the use of force when it comes to resolving international disputes. Our choices can sometimes involve standing up for principles. We have a special privileged strategic partnership with Russia. We have to understand that in this particular instance, it is Russia that resorted to the use of force.
And speaking to American podcaster and AI researcher Lex Friedman in his first international podcast about India's stance on the Russia-Ukraine war, Prime Minister Narendra Modi reiterated his commitment for peace and stated that a resolution could only be achieved through negotiations, not on the battlefield. He also emphasized his good relations with both Russian president and the Ukrainian president, expressing his ability to urge Russia to avoid war and remind Ukraine that real solutions cannot be found through conflict, regardless of the international support.
देखिए, मैं उस देश का प्रतिनिधित्व कर रहा हूं जो भगवान बुद्ध की भूमि है। मैं उस देश का प्रतिनिधित्व कर रहा हूं जो महात्मा गांधी की भूमि है। और ये ऐसा महापुरुष है कि जिनके उपदेश, जिनका वाणी, वर्तन, व्यवहार पूरी तरह शांति को समर्पित है। और इसलिए सांस्कृतिक रूप से, ऐतिहासिक रूप से हमारा बैकग्राउंड इतना मजबूत है कि जब भी हम शांति के लिए बात करते हैं तो विश्व हमें सुनता है। और हम संघर्ष के पक्ष के है ही नहीं, हम समन्वय के पक्ष के हैं। न हम प्रकृति से संघर्ष चाहते हैं, न हम राष्ट्रों के बीच में संघर्ष चाहते हैं। और उसमें अगर कोई भूमिका हम अदा कर सकते हैं तो हमने निरंतर अदा करने का प्रयत्न किया है। अब जैसे मेरा रशिया के साथ भी घनिष्ठ संबंध है, यूक्रेन के साथ भी घनिष्ठ संबंध है। मैं राष्ट्रपति पुतिन के सामने बैठ करके मीडिया को कह सकता हूं कि युद्ध का समय नहीं है। और मैं जेलेंस्की को भी एक मित्र भाव से उनको भी कहता हूं कि भाई, दुनिया कितनी ही आपके साथ खड़ी क्यों न हो जाए, युद्ध भूमि में कभी भी परिणाम नहीं निकलने वाला है। परिणाम तो टेबल पर ही निकलने वाला है। और टेबल पे परिणाम तब निकलेगा जब उस टेबल पर यूक्रेन और रशिया दोनों मौजूद होंगे। पूरी दुनिया यूक्रेन के साथ बैठ करके कितनी माथापच्ची कर ले, उसे परिणाम नहीं आता है। दोनों पक्षों का होना जरूरी है। और शुरू में समझा नहीं पा रहा था, लेकिन आज जो इस प्रकार का वातावरण बना है उससे मुझे लगता है कि अब रशिया यूक्रेन, मैं आशावादी हूं।
Let's now go across to my colleague Sabyasachi joining us on the broadcast for more on this story. Sabyasachi, today an interesting statement in fact has been made by Mr. Shashi Tharoor, but Congress netas seem to be distancing themselves from what he said, perhaps forgetting that when he was speaking about this issue in the parliament, he was not speaking as, a diplomat or as any ordinary politician. He was speaking as the member of parliament representing the Congress party.
Well, that's right. See, back in 2022, when Mr. Shashi Tharoor had condemned the government of India over its neutral stand, and he has questioned why the government of India did not condemn Russia over using force on Ukraine. At that particular time, the other leaders of the Congress party, in fact, supported the remarks that had come in from Shashi Tharoor. But this time around, he has accepted that he was wrong and have credited the balanced approach from the government of India. And this is not the first time that this sort of reaction has come in from Mr. Shashi Tharoor. See, back in 2024, when Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited Kyiv, he in fact congratulated Prime Minister Narendra Modi, stated that it was a good approach from Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and this shows that the government of India is concerned towards Ukraine as well. And that is the reason why Mr. Shashi Tharoor has clearly pointed out that India is in a position where our Prime Minister Narendra Modi can hug Zelensky as well as hug the Russian President Vladimir Putin. And also a lot of responsibility is on India, can act as a mediator as well. Now the Congress party and its leaders currently have distanced themselves from Shashi Tharoor's remark. In fact, they have pointed out that Shashi Tharoor is a diplomat, and these are his own views because he understands the foreign relation of the country, and the Congress party has nothing to do with it. In fact, some of the leaders also pointed out that this approach by the country was also maintained during the UPA era, and it's not something new that we are seeing today.
How will Rahul Gandhi react? That's the question that the BJP has asked. We'll see if a reaction comes from him and other senior leaders of the party or not. Thank you, Sabyasachi, for the moment, for joining us with your inputs on this story.